My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Curse the Dead Gods. Alright, what do we have over here? Slaver's Mace, Jaguar Hammer, Braided Whip. The Slaver's Mace giving us 1%. Max health per enemy killed. Ooh, scales with dex on both sides here. 100% extra damage against weakened enemies, as well as the poison attacks on the Serpent Blade. Yeah, they're not really synergistic weapons, though. Speaking of synergistic weapons, though, Feathered Spear, the Storm Lash, and Weighted Blades, giving us plus 20% damage to the secondary weapon as a whip. Sure, let's take that. I didn't do any upgrading after the end of the previous one, or even purchasing of anything. I might be at the point where I just start unlocking all of the weapons, giving us greater variety. I definitely want the Sacrificial Marcana. That's particularly good. I really don't want any of the maces just because I don't want them to show up, but that seems a bit rude to do it like that. Automatic dodge, Jarina charged attack. Perfect dodges trigger a volley of projectiles. I mean, sure, Silver Stars. We'll definitely take that. Perfect shots deal damage to all targets in a cone behind impact. Yeah, that's not too bad either. Reflects 50% of parried melee attack damage to the attacker. Yeah. Lightning attacks trigger a lightning strike on parried enemies in melee. But that lightning strike, don't lightning strikes deal damage to everyone? Wouldn't that hurt me? I imagine not, right? Otherwise that would just be garbage. Evading an attack with the offhand combo fully restores stamina in the Duelist Shiv. That would be a good incentive to try and do that more consistently. Deals critical damage against weakened enemies. Obsidian Stiletto. Stinger Lash. Poison attacks. Stonebreaker. Scorpion. Definitely take Titan Slayer. Deals critical damage against elite champions and bosses. Sometimes that's just exactly what the game calls for. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna let the rest of those hang for the moment. Right, I should have upgraded this beforehand. Well, we'll do it now. Oh, that actually put down a new one. Oh, and it removed the one that I was already holding. Okay. 30% chance against elite champions and bosses. Ooh. Perfect dodges trigger a volley of projectiles. Plus 20% critical damage and plus 10% base. Kind of like the idea of that. It's over here. Plus 20 of the main is a throwing weapon, which it will be. Alright, let's take Silver Stars. Let's use those a little bit. Have not used them much. Okay. As for our pathing, I'm probably going to want to just go stats, and stats. So we can do that by starting here. Maybe I should have started in the goal, but I got an optimistic thing in mind where this might be stats. You're not going to start me in a Haven room, are you? You're not that mean. Evidently not. Ooh, this is money, though. Didn't leave myself with enough stamina to get the perfect roll there. My goal is literally just do as much of my damage as is possible with the perfect rolls. Wow. Lose my greed kill stack. Takes a lot of my money because I took a lot of time in that room. That was bad the entire way through. Let's make up. Let's make up for it. So it's not the fastest damage dealer. It's pretty consistent. Yeah, I'll take plus 15 to critical damage right now. Thank you for opening the wall, because I would not have been able to. Sure, I'll even take that at the moment. Anything that helps increase the damage of the stars, because we're going to be trying to use them in like, a truly terrifying amount. There's nothing down here, is there? No, there is. Just a wee little bit of gold, but that could make the difference. I believe we will be able to purchase both stats here. Yep. Take those on board. Now, I could try and fight a champion right now. Get a drop from the champion. Or I could take the advice that I kind of wish that I'd been given earlier and evaluate that champion as not valuable for us right now. Not going to give us much. Gonna prevent us from stacking more on our greed kill counter. And unless it ends up dropping something really good, which is not guaranteed to, it's just not going to be worth it overall. And heck, this is a lot of gold that we managed to get in this room as well. I'm going to check if this is the room where I'm actually going to need to get the enemy to knock down a wall for me. It is not. Okay, that's going to make everything a lot easier. Kills increase movement speed for 5 seconds, or I can get the gold here. Not really going to be using the bow too much. Sure, I'm actually going to take the gold. Gold early on still means a lot to us, so that we can try and make sure that we get all of the purchases available. Because we still have a weapon, and then after the weapon, we have 2 stat pickups. It's our first curse pickup. All warrior statues are now traps. That does suck. And also, that will reroll after we go into the new area. If I still have it by then, that is. I'm really pleased with the extra damage we've gotten just courtesy of having some good greed kills out there. It's really made a difference. Like, a lot of things that previously would have taken us more hits than they are currently are taking less hits. It's very poorly explained on my part. I'm trying to play very safe here. Whew. The greed kills are too good to turn them down here. We have to keep as many as possible. I'm gonna take that and then very carefully move my way around. Nice try, warrior statue. Scales, keen bow, inflicts 50% more damage per enemy hit. 30% damage more from behind. 30% extra damage against elite champions and bosses, plus 1% base per point of dex. Bone shard whip. Ooh. Kills make attacks deal critical damage for 3 seconds. And it is a great anti-attrition tool. Yeah, I'll take that. Take it happily, in fact. And then we go stat upgrade again. I'm really, really pleased to have this good of a stat start. If we can use... I mean, I wonder if... No! Alright, well... We lost the greed kill counter there. Because I was trying to par the way from the enemy's hitness. I'll take a +4 to the highest stat, sure. We've not lost Grace of the Tempest yet, though. So we've still got some value out there. Definitely not going to take the... Schofield? I think that's correct. There was a comment about the pronunciation of that one. I appreciate your input. Schofield. I always thought that like that would be the beginner's trap to call it Schofield rather than Schofield. But shows what I know, and that is not much. Ooh, that looks like it might be a breakable wall actually there. Maybe it is. Maybe there's a deeper secret in this area if we have a heavy weapon, which we do not at the moment, so we will just be running away, but keep that in mind for the future. Okay, let me keep getting these dex points, thank you. It's 2% extra damage permanently every time I complete a room without taking damage. I think it's important to contextualize it like that to demonstrate exactly how good it is. Oh, unfortunately I had to give that one up rather than take a hit. It's fine. Still prefer the dex, I think. As long as I have enough money to actually pay for these treasures, then yeah, I think I definitely prefer the dex. Am I going to be upgrading a weapon? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. That might end up depending on... Ooh, 12% max health whenever you walk through a door. 1 divine favor. As much as I love a divine favor, that is the best anti-attrition I've been offered so far. Doesn't require me to try and use my whip at all. 50% damage taken in gold. No, I'll take 100 there instead. Thank you. There we go. Well handled. I do actually want to kill with the whip, right? Because if I kill with a whip, all of my attacks for a couple seconds afterwards are crits. We really ought to have like a pretty good greed kill counter here, because we still... we should have, is what I mean. If we'd engaged in the combats. Well, the grace of the Tempest trigger there at least. 10% extra damage dealt in light. Taking damage is going to cause a wave of darkness. All of the warrior statues are still aggressive. There you go. Let's actually use the bow there. Oh, the perfect rolls coming in clutch, actually managing to take that enemy out for us. Excuse me? It was a perfect roll, but I guess I had my two-handed weapon out at the time, so it didn't count for anything. %. No, 3% is too small, thank you. That one can go all the way up to 9. Why don't you offer me that, and then we'll see me turn that down too. Nice try. 30% extra damage whilst in darkness, not bad. Could just be something that I purchase. Do I really want to do the Silver Star? I kind of don't hate it. It should just be the Bone Shard Whip though, right? Actually going to level 3 gives us the ability to just trade out the silver earlier on. Yeah, trade that out for something that's already level 2 or level 3 and then upgrade it past that point. Sure, we're upgrading the Bone Shard Whip. Sorry. So this is going to be a weird one. I probably do want to just focus on perfect rolls in this fight now, rather than trying to do a bunch of parries. Because the perfect rolls are just going to be extra damage for us. Whoa. Gotta make sure I have a way of saving my stamina. No! Yeah, got me. Yeah, got me. All right. Well, there goes my greed kill bonus. Excuse me? No healing. No healing. I tried to parry that one. I'm trying to incorporate the parries back in now that the enemy has actually already struck me. Also, some nice extra damage. Didn't manage to get the enemy's parry there. I didn't even see them starting up that attack. That's happening a lot, and I'm really not comfortable with it, the amount of times that the enemy starts an attack off screen. So what, am I just going to have to learn all of their audio cues? An attack off screen that once they're on screen, there is no ability to avoid it. That one did start on screen. That one's my bad. Oh! I find the area of, like, the denial of area effects really, really annoying. There you go. Excuse. The enemy actually pushed me there. I have 10 HP right now. Yeah, the enemy, as they were trying to dodge back, just pushed my character along with them in between two things that were going off at the same time. Alright, let's try and bring this back from the brink, I guess. 6 perceptions, a lot. Passing through a door inflicts 50% less corruption. That is huge. I'm going to take both of these, I think. So I can start in a haven. Guess I've gotta. What dungeon is this going to be? Jaguar? If it's Jaguar, I'm actually pretty happy. I maybe only use the haven once. If it's Serpent? Probably twice. I don't even know. Just use it twice and move on then. We still do have... it's the Serpent, right. We still do have anti-attrition whenever we walk through a door. We're getting 200 HP back. Hello. I don't really have great damage on any of my weapons right now, so I kind of just got to do whatever I can. Maybe that's just going to be staying far away and using the keen bow for perfect shots. This is not a keen bow, is it? This is just the basic bow. It's still doing decent damage. Trying to get rid of some of those mines to the south. Just having a bow in the enemy this far away is just... It's a very safe position to be in. Nope, moving too close. So I'm gonna have to go over here and blow these up. Perfect. It's fine. I guess I won't remove that myself just yet. I'm gonna have to do that as well as dodge an enemy attack at the same time. I mean, look, I could try and get Ket Yarm Yarn. Ooh, that's exactly what you don't want to have to do. It's bad on my part. I could try and light the enemy on fire and get another Ket Yarm Yarn. I mean, I should always try and go for the champion weapon condition anyway, because then I can just destroy the champion weapon if I don't want it and get a curse removal usually. There we go. Set them on fire, killed them immediately thereafter, actually set them to a good HP point for making that contact. No Ket Yarm Yarn for me. 6 perception though. Definitely taking the money over that. And then the 6 perception, I will take over the gleaming sapphire. I'm very hopeful that this upcoming is a stats. All dart trap launchers are now active, and they deal poison damage. Dang. I think that's actually kind of relevant in the area I'm about to go to as well. Oh, what? Okay, so my automatic dagger from rolling hit an enemy who was in their parry stance, and it triggered their parry, so they just instantly hit me. I gotta be honest, the more I use the Silver Stars, the more I think I'm never gonna use the Silver Stars again. I know that's a pretty heavy proclamation to have after having used them as little as I have. So I do want to try and give them a little bit more time here, but oh, I gotta be honest, they're not getting a good review so far. I don't have a heavy weapon for knocking that down either. Should have scouted the map, I guess, maybe? There we go. Gain 4% of max health when you walk through a door, 2 decks. 4% versus 12. Take the heal at the moment, I think. Excuse me. No healing for you, thank you. Who do you think you are? The Stormlord? I've forgotten their name. Gold offerings remove 5 corruption. Definitely one we want. I'll take that over the 15 critical. 15 critical is pretty easy to get rid of. Pretty easy to get a better version of as well. Passing through a door inflicts 50% less corruption. That on top of the other one? I really want to do that? Or maybe I just take this over... Oh, golden hourglass. No. We definitely take the golden hourglass. 100%. Take that over the Hierophant's pendant. I'm now more committed than I ever have been to just replacing my main hand weapon and getting something, how would I, say the charitably good, instead in that slot. The weapons have had very little in terms of upgrades so far. Oh, left myself without stamina, so I didn't have the ability to roll out. Dang. -8 corruption. -8 corruption might actually be the pick there. Plus 20% if the base is a throwing weapon and offhands deal critical. If I hadn't already upgraded the Bone Shard Whip, I think I would take that. But I have already upgraded the Bone Shard Whip. -8 corruption's not bad. I also don't see myself using that bow significantly more than the current one. I've left myself without a good weapon for far too long right now. Okay, what do you got, actually? Ooh. Scales on the relics we have, plus 10% base. Yeah, you know what? Fine. We're now using the mace here. Feel a lot more comfy with it, even if it's a lot slower. So dealing poison right now. We don't have a heavy weapon, so we can't even get in there. Dang. Someone drop a heavy weapon for me, please? Feeling unlikely. There's a battle arena up here, is there not? There is. Two, three. I was about to say, like, maybe I'll parry this enemy. I don't usually parry this enemy. So then I did, and it worked out fine. Still no heavy weapons, still no ability to access the previous. Dang. We'll try and take out the easier enemies here first. Okay. This isn't a hard fight, it's just the enemy has so much HP and I deal so little damage that it's kind of frustrating. Still not killing enough with the whip to do any anti-attrition stuff, so maybe I should focus on doing that a little bit more. We've got a lot of golds. We should start going to shops again. We don't even have... Wait, hang on. There's no enemy in this room that even could have opened this for us. Ugh. Plus 6% constitution? I don't think that's worth anything for us. That's so rude. Usually they at least give you the ability to make your way in there. Perfect. And then pull you out. Get an extremely quick kill. All right, and then since we haven't broached another pod, we can take a second here. Plus 20% base damage from spears. Would I take a spear if I saw one? Yes. Will I take this for the possibility of that? No. Because I have to give up something that is already definitely a tangible benefit for us for the possibility of getting one later. Just does not seem to make sense in my mind. Maybe the fact that I have a good greed stack here indicates that I shouldn't go to the champion. Yeah, I had the whip to pull them out just if they were trying to stance and do that again. Yeah, you know what? I think that does mean that I should avoid the champion, right? Gets me an opportunity to actually pick up a weapon before the next floor as well. Have something to upgrade. Have something on the main hand that's a little better. I guess the champion is the removal of what? Ah, yes, a curse that is going to reroll. I guess fighting the boss will do that too. Fine. God, we have so much perception right now. I kind of want to get that dagger that does 3% extra damage per point of perception. Ah! That sucked. Took damage, lost our greeds. Like, ugh. Hate those enemies. Nothing else I can really do about it other than whine for a moment and then move on. Wow, whips are actually so slow I couldn't kill that enemy there? Rude. This is not a good start at all. I kind of want to treat this as a learning run rather. Extra base damage on quips. I guess I am going to continue using that whip, right? Fine. Drop one of the Sashal pendants that's just perception for us right now. Reaper! Plus 30% base damage per other cursed weapon equipped, but each attack consumes 10 gold. Normal ranged attacks are ineffective. Perfect shots deal double damage. The others scale with perception, which I already have. I really want Reaper though. So now I drop my whip. Can I go back? No, I can't go back and pick up the other relic. Okay. That's fine. To be expected. I mean, this weapon says double damage, and then it's got an affix that will enable it to deal even more. I guess we'll leave that there just in case I take damage. Get him, Reaper. I imagine offhand combos for this weapon do nothing. That would just make the most sense. But I should try and find a easy area where I can test that out a little bit. All of these are active and all of them have poison in, so this is a lot more dangerous than this room typically is. But even then, it's just typically not that dangerous. Normal ranged attacks in effect. So that just means the offhand combo would probably do normal damage then, right? The normal ranged attacks are ineffective. Offhand combo is not one of those. But perfect shots also deal double damage, and it's not one of those. Hey, nice kills right there. Slave's Mace. Nope. Less than Seeker's Mace I'm currently holding by a significant margin. And I already don't even like my main hand weapon, so... Would I like one worse than it? Let me think about that for no seconds at all. Thank heck I have the golden hourglass, otherwise trying to set up these shots, I would be taking so many losses on my greed kill counter. Again, secondary weapon, can't take that. Loving the stats. Oh, that's so good. If we can sort out our weapons, baby? Oh god, this fight's gonna suck though. We have approximately 0 good weapons for this fight, so... Yikes. Ah! You got me on the long... You're rude. You're rude. I can't roll through 2 of you at the same time. Okay. If I can line up 2 rolls at the same time, then we're pretty happy. How dare the enemies have invulnerability frames? That's only for me. It's the best damage output I have. It's just still slow. Actually. Yeah, okay, so the offhands still do work. My god, I spent all of my time fighting the summons there. And then the boss instantly summoned after I'd killed them, so I really didn't have any time to actually put any damage out on the fields. Oh my god! No time at all! Stop! I don't have the damage for this fight! Because if I don't kill them, the boss will just heal up off of them. Just trying to take any available opportunity there to get some damage on the enemy. Like, I can try and get the boss to crush their own allies here, but that is a bit reliant on the allies, yeah, not dodging like that. Also being in a good position for it. Yeah, having to roll one of those attacks meant the other one was just going to hit me. Yeah, I've got to take that opportunity to actually hit the boss a bit. These are not the weapons Oh my god. Look, see? We just ate that one. Oh, and maybe I have to start parrying these snakes. That's so rude. Just to try and get him down in time. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Then you're gonna do that. I'll stand away, take a perfect shot. Thank you. You instantly killed the non-elite summon there. And you even helped us on the next one. This actually... Damn! Thank you. Boss is actually kind of contributing significantly towards our damage here. And that'll do it. Whew. Not the cleanest fight, but we didn't die. So it's somewhere in the middle ground. Okay. Bombed whip. No, we can take the full perception off of this one, thankfully. 9 constitution. I think I actually will take the 12% max HP there too. So this gives me the ability to upgrade stats, look for a weapon, upgrade, then have the ability to even go for 2 elites afterwards. 2 elites, sorry. 2 relics afterwards if I want to. It looks like I'm not going to get much other cursed equipment unless I get a cursed weapon from a shrine. I guess one could drop, but that's very unlikely. And then possibly the champion weapon drop. That's another opportunity to pick it up. Yeah. That was way too optimistic on my part there. Let's reset this room. Oh, look, these enemies already have some damage dealt to them. Isn't that weird for a new room that we've never seen any of before? Fine. I'll kill you normally then. I don't know why I'm trying to use Reaper right now. Ah! I'm downtown! It's just not suited to the situation. So we're still alive almost exclusively due to the power of our stats. Right? If we can get good weapons, suddenly we are going to be so far above the game right now. But that's an if. It's pretty hopeful that I was going to be on the right side. That explosion by the very end. Oh my god, you are kidding me. That's actually another wave. Two things to dodge at the same time. The map's a lot more difficult when you can't out-damage enemies who are healing, when you can't kill a single enemy in a single combo, so suddenly you have a lot more enemies to deal with at any one time. That's what we're feeling right now. Unfortunately, upgrading Reaper right now is not going to fix this. I am so frustrated there that the elite managed to power through the attacks that I was dealing out at that time. Good lord, this was awful. This was really, really, really bad. I have to offer blood if I'm going to get the Reaper upgraded, and that's the only weapon right now worth the damn, so... There you go. I gotta be honest, this does feel like we're just walking towards our doom. Like, if we wanted to solve things, we would have had to do that much earlier. That room is an indictment of how little we've managed to solve. See how I'm trying to use offhand weapons? I'm trying! There we go. Blazing Sword, are you better? 30% extra damage against elite champions and bosses. And it's faster attacks, yep. Yeah, it is. Because elites are the thing that are really, really causing us issues right now. There you go. Do some dark damage to you while you're on fire as well. That's something I didn't consider. The Blazing Sword is going to be pretty good for lighting enemies on fire, then dealing dark damage to them afterwards to get them vulnerable. Definitely know that. Like, ideally, we would have the Reaper to such a degree that it can, in darkness, one-shot an enemy with a perfect. That would be where I would feel really comfortable with it. Sadly, we seem pretty far from there. Can't take just 15 crit, sorry. Also can't really out-damage the Blood Priest here, so let's try and focus on it a bit more. Couldn't do an offhand there, unfortunately, because I was out of stamina. Whoa, that was dicey near the end. Good lord. All right. Get a favor from both Tamok and Yachts. The stats continue to go wild. Oh, wow. We actually got a Grace of the Tempest for that room. I was certain I took a hit in the first combat. I can't see anything different about my stat. Oh, well, we got Bloodlust from that. Which is definitely going to be a lot of healing. Because it does scale with perception as well, and we are obviously pretty perceptive at the moment. Okay. A weapon being in the area where it can single combo kill a non-elite enemy, that's where we want it to be. Oh god, this looks like it's bad news bears for us. Yep. The fact that... is it just one of them's a champion? I thought two of them were. The fact that two of them were in my mind champions was really going to be the kind of thing that clinched it for them. Guess I could try and parry the enemy. Plus 30% damage against burning enemies. I mean, sure, fine. I do burn enemies. It's 15 against weakened enemies. And it's 4 perception. I'll take that over the other Sashar's Pendant then, sure. Okay. Ah! I haven't been hit by that attack in a very long time. Feeling like a blast from the past. Ha! I was certain the enemy was... Thought they were going to die from that attack there. Evidently, no. And suddenly we have a lot more corruption than I thought. Again, all symptoms of not having a great weapon yet. That's a wind pike, if I recall correctly. What have we got in there, though? Yeah, wind fury pike. No, definitely not worth it. Yacht's pendant. 16 dex is pretty big. Sure, I'll take that over the whips that I'm not using. I have 6 rerolls. I'll use all of them looking for something good here. Obviously, if I find something good before I finish, I won't have to use all of them. Let me make that clear, lest it seem like I'm gonna roll past something good. I do kind of like doing the up close and personal Reaper perfect shots. It's the Blood Priest as well. I do actually have to get you down first. Not a Blood Priest, prophetess. Equally annoying, though, and fulfill a similar role. Speaking of enemies, I'll target first. Immediately go for the prophetess there. Got him. All right, good. Slaver's Mace. Negative 12 corruption on that. The Tainted Effigy. Another negative 12. Well, I can take that over the Ancient Censer, and it'll be probably much better in the long run. Seeker's Mace. Scales for your relics. My relics are fine. Extra no. All right, yeah, this is definitely a reroll. Guess I could take the Incandescent Claws, but I'll reroll. Whoa. Desperation. Spellslot's Scepter. Base damage increases by your percentage of missing HP. Gaining corruption for each enemy. This is just a buff to my Reaper. It's another cursed weapon. Our Reaper's now dealing 30% extra damage as a result of that. Probably not going to use that mace too much, am I? We're definitely upgrading Reaper here. So why are we upgrading Reaper here? Let me get a couple seconds here to work out exactly what I'm going to say. So the reason we're definitely upgrading Reaper over my other cursed weapon here is because Reaper does double damage when you perfect shot with it. So the extra damage that is given to it from an upgrade will be doubled in almost all shots that I use it for. Ooh. Thankfully that enemy ran into a trap there. Hey! I didn't even see that enemy rearing up for an attack because of my own attack. Cover it. Well, there goes all of our greed kill nonsense again. Three divine favors. Oh my god, okay, I gotta make that decision afterwards. That demands consideration. Will I even have any stores to use what would now be 8 divine favors? I mean, I'm not on many stacks. Let's parry this enemy. There we go. 7 decks as well. It's 200% to the greed time limit. That's just an upgrade on the one that I already have by 1 dex. Yeah, I'll do that. And then engraved breastplate. I can take that over Yacht's pendant pretty easily. I can take it over a lot of things, in fact. Feels like a bad choice, don't it? Well, just put that bad choice on top of the rest of the bad choices I made this run so far, and it all worked out in the end. Relic. You know what? No, I think I eschew going for any more relics. I actually think what we're going to do here, despite the fact that we have 2 relics that are like 50% less corruption, I think what we do here is try and save money. And also try and get the cursed weapon in this fight. Ah, hallucinations is what I have. Okay. While I'm hallucinating, though, dodges don't cost us energy, so definitely some stuff we can get done. Found the right position to stay in. That was way, way too early on my part. Damn it! No! Stop! No! Let me parry! No! Please stop killing me! No! Come on. Okay, way too early on that one. Got it. So their arm comes around. Obviously, the whip follows their arm. So their arm comes around first, and then the whip follows, and that's the hit. That's... Okay. I have to do that when they start dashing, I think. There we go. Not as soon as they finish their previous attack. Okay, I parried each of them 3 times. Although, the drop that they have would be my main hand, wouldn't it? Yeah, so it wouldn't actually help us in terms of this. So we know hallucinations is the final one that we just picked up there. That's the one I'm going to want to get rid of. We didn't get a drop. Extra damage in darkness. No. Scales for perception? Yeah, that's actually really good. Yeah, it's going to be gold, I guess. Unfortunately, I still have Bloodlust, so unless I make it to 5,000 gold just naturally in this room, by exploring, This is what I wanted the gun to be able to do the whole time. Just one-shot fools. Ah! It was just a trap! Because I was engulfed in darkness prior, I couldn't even see it. Well... Gosh, that's a lot that it has to do to take an elite down. Oh. The fact that greed kills give us no HP here, HP. Rather, they do give us HP. They just don't give us... Ah, stop! I'm handling all of this really poorly right now. I'm kind of tilted. A little bit tilted by the game. Not playing my best. Oh, it's so much. Yeah, I guess I take my 3 there. Extra damage on maces, 5 constitution. Take that over obsidian fragments, I guess. The fact that I can't greed kill for money here is pretty rough. It's taken away most of the gold that we would otherwise get for completing this room. 9 decks. I think I've got all for that one. For the HP. That one we've already left. All right. I got above 5,000, so I have the ability to buy one of the high-level ones or 2 of the low levels. Oh. I'm probably just going to take 25% damage. Okay. Don't really have the time to throw out the Reaper shots in the middle there. Two, three. Yeah, this run makes a good case for why you cannot just focus on upgrading stats early on. Maybe if I did the first floor all stats, and then the second floor I found a weapon a lot faster than I did. Maybe that would have been good enough. Can't let them put you on the chase, otherwise you never stop running. Oh. Love that round damage number there, getting 100s and 200s out. Fine. There you go. Get hit with that, get the weaken. 225 when the enemy's weakened and I hit them with the double damage on the Reaper. Yeah, there would have had to be a lot more focus on Reaper for it to actually be as good as I need it to be to justify using it as much as I want to use it. Savvy? Didn't think you had another attack left in you, bud. All right, beautiful. Take a leap. I really just wanted to finish the fight with Reaper. Just because I'd been using it so far, you know, a little bit thematic. That's the Bloodlust one. Which actually, maybe I shouldn't have wanted to remove the Bloodlust one. I mean, this no longer means anything for us, so I'll take the 7 dex instead. Ooh. Hell yeah, 2 stats over 50 now. Don't dislike that. So what are my 2 highest level relics? Because this one's always going to be to mock cruelty. My 2 highest level relics are the Worshipper Cloak, both the ones I just picked up. So 19 dex, which is 38% damage. Your highest level weapon loses 1 while your lowest gains 1. Lowest would be the Feathered Spear. I mean, it gaining 1 isn't that bad. Yeah, let's take Yatz's balance and Shishal's balance as well. I think that's probably the fairest I can give him. I'm glad to see, despite making a bunch of mistakes in this run, we've still gotten to the final boss, which encourages me for the sake of the next level of difficulty. The enemy can just turn so suddenly. And they do attack immediately after attack. Well, apparently I had and lost Shadow Flame. There we go. Knew the whole time that's how I was going to be handling that. In fact, it's one of the reasons that I was kind of okay with my spear getting an upgrade there. Okay, yeah, so they actually, like, chain those attacks 1-to-1. Actually, they may just be... They may be attacking the whole time, but the Dark Mark thing is considered an attack as well? That makes sense. Had to make sure I didn't finish that with a finisher, lest I lose the stamina I would have needed to roll out of the way of that hit. I was waiting. I was trying to hold off because I thought the enemy was going to attack. And I was going to have to roll both the enemy and that hit at the same time. Rude. Really hard to find the time for many perfect shots here. I say as I immediately find the time for many perfect shots. Unfortunately, they're all healing. All of the enemies on the map. That's so rude. So I just have to be able to outdamage them. No two ways around it. Or wait until they're not all healing, which evidently seemed to be the way that we went with that. He stops summoning and healing. That's for the boss to do. There we go. Welcome back, boss. No! Wow! Okay, so even rolling in front of that, I was fine. I mean, I guess I already knew that because you can roll through the beam, so you must be, or rather, it must respect iframes. Okay, first form of the boss I am reasonably comfortable with at this point. It's the second form I still need a lot more work with. Okay. So you can parry the first attack there, but you don't stop the enemy from spinning. So you should still just get away. Is the enemy changing weapons? Is that what's happening? Wait, do they have a phase change of weapons? Okay. That attack sucked. Okay, so this is their claw weapon. What are you doing? Stop it. This is claw weaponry. Because they have 3 attacks in a row when they do those charges. Now they've got a halberd. Which was really annoying to try and roll. Change weapon, no. Okay, still using the same weapon. But oh my god, we actually managed to perfectly roll each of those hits. Enemy change to swords. Okay, they fire 4 shots now rather than 3. I tried to parry any of the last 3. I just couldn't make the parry. So their attack patterns seem to be variable. Is it variable based on the amount of the enemy that's died? That is to say, in the first cycle, the first 25% of their health bar, they will use 2 shots with a pistol. In the second, 3, third, 4. Is that what's going on here? Because if it's just variable and it's the same setup, then how am I supposed to do them? Ah! Oh. I like that even the runs that we're doing more learning experience things of trying to kind of stay around and do things that we typically wouldn't, at least a little bit, are still making it to the final boss, still making it quite far into the final boss as well. As I said, that kind of gives me a lot of hope for the transition we are going to have to make into the harder challenges. That is to say, the hard mode? Hard mode. We'll call it hard mode. I think the game probably calls it hard mode too. For the moment, though, my name is Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Curse the Dead Gods. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.